few nights ago I had an urge to make a jazzy beat, so I sat down at my piano, sketched out an idea, and went to bed. However, the next day when I listened to it, it sounded a little bit flat. So I had to come up with ways how to make my existing beat more interesting without scrapping it completely. So in this tutorial, I'm going to share with you what I did to get the end result you heard earlier. If you want less boring beats, here are 5 ways to make more interesting lo-fi beats. Number 1. Make a custom intro. A lot of lo-fi beats just start and then loop the whole way through. But one way to make your beat more interesting is to add a custom intro. You can either compose your own custom intro, which is what I did in the beat you heard, or you can use a longer part of the sample that you're using in your song. Number 2, make your MIDI sound human. With the exception of some genres where you're actually aiming for a very electronic and robotic sound, in lo-fi beats we often want that warm human feel. Now the best way to make your MIDI sound more human is to play the MIDI into your computer using a velocity sensitive device. Have a listen to this stark contrast. If you don't play jazz piano but you wish that you had jazzy piano MIDI, then I've got a sample pack for you which is jazzy MIDI chords, and you can get it from littlebeatshop.com. I'll leave the link in the description. Number 3, build tension between sections. If your beat just goes from one section to the next without any kind of filler material, it can end up sounding really unexciting and monotonous. Just listen to this before and after. By adding a reverse cymbal, some delay on my piano chord, as well as a drum fill, I ramped up the energy just before the beat dropped, making the drop that much more significant. Now here's a word of caution. A reverse cymbal is often used and it can be really effective, but try and avoid always doing the same thing in your transitions. Otherwise you're just going to be ending up with a boring beat again, which is the exact thing we're trying to avoid. Number 4. Give your bass its own melody. This is a great way to add interest to otherwise dull and boring parts of your beat. Have a listen to this. In the first clip, I let the bass ring on with the chord. In the second clip, however, I used this otherwise empty stretch of time to shine some light on the bass. Adding melodic movement here made the bass line more interesting, as well as made the whole musical phrase something more pleasing to listen to. Number 5. Use brushes in your ambiance. A lot of sampled lo-fi beats have this warm ambiance that producers try to emulate by using vinyl crackle. But what is often overlooked is that that warm feeling is in part created by the drummer on the actual sample by using brushes on his drum kit. So why not use brushes on a separate drum track to give your beat that chill jazzy feel? And after applying all these tips and doing some editing, here is the final result. But that is it for today's video. Leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. I promise you won't regret it. Follow me on Instagram as well as Spotify, and I'll see you guys soon in the next one.